So we're talking about tabletop exercises today a little bit. There's a few different types of tabletops that in the cybersecurity world are pretty important. I think the the exercises that are most commonly encountered or commonly demanded are these incident response exercises, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about those in a moment. But there's also threat modeling exercises that you can do tabletops, and I those I think are really fun because it's always a surprise what's going to happen. Unfortunately, the incident response stuff, at least from a practitioner point of view, I already know what's going to happen in that room. But the threat modeling sometimes always a surprise. But there's also just business impact type conversations you can have. The whole point of having a tabletop exercise is to find out what's going to happen before it happens, right? So you can, some people call it simulation. I like to think of it as discovery. Um, but you can test out the plans that your company has or the not plans. If you don't have a plan yet, you can try to create one through discussion, through tabletop, right? You can test out your communication chains. You can test out group decision making. The point is to practice, right? So everyone gets to understand how they're supposed to respond when the real thing happens, but also to find all the problems, right? The disconnects, the oh, Joe doesn't actually have Jane's phone number if email's down, right? That's that's a problem. We need to make sure someone goes home with a paper contact list, right? Those are the types of things you surface. Um, so typically we're talking about discussions, right? It's pretty loose, although some people do frame these around games, and I love to see that. I had the opportunity to see a really fun game that was moderated by Matt Lee a few weeks ago, and so you can totally gamify this. There's even playing card games. There's a kit from um, called what is it? Breaches and backdoors and breaches. Yeah, and you can actually playing card your way through as a group, strategically through how are we going to deal with this incident to discover what the cause was. So I think that you can prepare a lot or you can prepare a little. What's important is that people get together and they have that conversation about operations and about business risk before the thing actually happens. But